Alaska has numerous libraries that collect significant funds for local research. These include the State Library in Juneau and the Rasmussen Library in Fairbanks. The state has interesting museums, such as the Sheldon Jackson in Sitka, with funds on the history and culture of the natives, or the Baranov Museum in Kodiak, dedicated to the Russian-American Company. Many music and theater festivals are held in Alaska, many of them organized by the Alaska Council for the Humanities. These festivals promote the representation of local stories and traditions, such as the play titled Cry of the Wild Man, the Russian-born dances of Sitka, or the music of the violinists of the Yukon Valley. Other types of festivals and traditions are also popular, such as dog sled races, held between Fairbanks and Whitehorse in Canada, and between Nome and Anchorage, the Indian Eskimo Olympiad, or the Russian Festival of Kodiak.
The food in Alaska is characterized with being based on fish. The most famous is salmon. Their typical meals might contain various seafood. Other species that are again battling among Alaskan food are trout, herring, and crabs. One of its most recognized dishes is the fish soup, a very thick consomme made with group prawns, clams, and salmon. Definitely a dish that will keep you satisfied for the rest of the day. In order to counteract the effects of the weather in Alaska, most of the fried meals are eaten. Breakfast can consist of the fried fish, accompanied by egg and fresh berries. Other key meat in Alaska cuisines are game, venison, elk, and bully. Among other typical dishes of the country, you can find grilled or fried salmon and trout. Breeding the fillets is also a common way of preparing them to be fried. A kut is a dish made from berries and made seasoned with sugar, ribs, and tomato sauce, beans, and salt. As you can see, the dishes are more than hearty to company meals. They can drink the local beer or try a can of wine made with plant leaves called simmering.
Alaska original music belongs to the Inupiaq, Aleut, Tlingit, and other Alaska Native communities. Russian, English, and Irish immigrants brought their own varieties of folk music. Alaska has been home to some of America's renowned artists. Alaska also has a prominent rock and metal scene. If you want an adventure, you could go to one of the Alaskan festivals. The wonderful thing about this state is that it has several genres of music and is distinguished by being a very folkloric state.
Sports and activities. The aurora borealis, also known as the northern lights, occur about 16 to 17 miles above the Earth's surface, about 10 times higher than a plane flies, and can extend hundreds of miles into space. Dog sled racing is Alaska's official sport. Visitors come from around the world to witness Alaska famous dog sled races, including the Iditarod Trail Dog Sled Race and the Yukon Quest International Dog Sled Race. Alpine snowboarding. Genus Eaglecrest ski areas, Girdwoods, and Alaska Resort are the premier downhill recreation areas from downhill skiing and resort snowboarding.
Tourist places. Number 1. Crazy Arm. Crazy Arm is located south of Juneau and is a popular destination for cruise ships and boat tours. At the head of the fjord sit the Twin Swagger glaciers. Wildlife sighting are common on tour weather It's a brown bear or moose on land, or the wild and seals that inhabited water. Crazy Arm offers just a small size of glacier viewing in Alaska. Other tourist favorites include Glacier Bay National Park, northwest of Juneau, and Prince William Sound, near Anchorage. Its waterfalls, Tom Down, sharp rock face, and glaciers split. They create tiny icebergs. Lake Second Kenai First National Park protecting much of the first railed coastline of the Kenai Peninsula. This national park offers some of the best sightseeing in Alaska. Not only do panoramas take in the many glaciers of the 700 square mile Hardin ice field and an uninhabited coastline, but the national park is home to monstrously large brown bears. If I ever saw a brown bear, it would scare me.
Isla Attu. Attu is the largest and westernmost island in the Near Island archipelago, making it the westernmost territory within Alaska Aleutian Island Group. Attu Station, the only inhabited area on the island until 2010. Glacier Bay National Park and Reserves. Glacier Bay National Park and Reserve is a U.S. national park and also a reserve located on Alaska Pacific Ocean coast. The most striking part of the park is a bay in southeastern Alaska. It extends from north to south and from northwest to southeast for about 105 kilometers and has a width of between 5 and 30 kilometers. Katmai National Park and Reserve. Katmai National Park and Preserves is a U.S. natural park and reserve located in southern Alaska, known as the Valley of 10,000 Smokes, inhabited by grizzly bears. Together, the park and reserve cover an area approximately 60,564.09 kilometers squared. The size of whales. National Park and Reserves Arctic Gate. Gate of the Arctic National Park and Preserves is a protected natural area made up of a U.S. National Park and Reserve located in Alaska, being the northernmost national park in the country, and within the Arctic Circle, and the second largest protects the Brook Mountain Range, a mountainous region of 39,460 kilometers squared.